they sleep on you. Like you got box springs, pillows, and sheets on you.
It's like it's bitches horse. Richmond Zoo can eat you alive. The prison where you walk.
Oh yeah, it is the can of butter champion, the fish fry phenomenon, DJ-Brice in the building for another episode of Mid-Atlantic Jams here on 97.3 FM. I'm joined by not one but two HearRVA representatives. Yeah, two. Elijah and Jai, who's also rocking the sweatshirt, the hoodie.
Oh yeah,
is that the HearRVA hoodie?
He is super flyed out right now. Yeah, that's one of like the promo ones that we kind of made just to test out to see what it looks like. And I really like what he looks like rocking over there.
Hey yo, where's mine at, my dude?
Bro,
where's
when
mine
when I make more, there's a lot of people I have to get these things to. So yeah, I don't even have one on today, so I'm not even HearRVA out right now.
But there is a bunch of exclusive HearRVA merch that I see that I'm like, yo, I need some of that. But you can get the liner notes.
So right now, to celebrate the first season of Liner Notes, which is our Richmond-based music podcast, right now you can get like the crew neck, you can get the crew neck sweatshirt, or you can get the t-shirt with the Liner Notes logo on it. And that's, if you go to HearRVA.com, you can order it through there, and it gets shipped right to you, man. It's super simple and clean and very nice.
Yo, tell us about Liner Notes too as well, because I was watching it. The one that you sent to me exclusively with Ant the Symbol that hasn't even dropped yet. I was watching it before I rolled over here. And yo, you definitely do a really, really good job getting, I feel like, personal combo. Like I feel like with your combo, it's like the artist knows you. It's kind of like inside the artist studio. And it kind of helps too because you're a MC yourself.
Well, yeah, thank you.
So it feels like it just feels very down to earth conversation.
Well, thanks. It's funny you mentioned inside the artist studio, because I definitely was thinking about all my favorite podcasts and interview type shows when, thinking about how I wanted to ask questions, and inside the actor studio was always one of them, because I felt like you got to really connect with that person on more of just like, this is my art, but like this is who I am as a human. And I kind of really dug that. I mean, there's other people like Nardwar that I looked into as far as like interview style and thoughtfulness of questions. But yeah, man, I wanted people to connect with the music that's being made in their city. And there's so much good music, so many artists that are getting accolades all over the world, but are doing shows here that are 3/4 empty. And so how do we connect those people to those musicians? And Liner Notes to me is that, like, it's a really dope long form interview video podcast that's also available as an audio podcast on Spotify and Apple, all that stuff. But it's a way to just have a conversation with people making really dope music while you're able to hear some of that music while they're talking, while you're able to get more context on some of the things that they're talking about, because we added animations on screen. So if y'all
did commercials, local commercials for folks too as well. Shout out to I want to say it was Jewelry that you had Honestly Smoked. Shout out to the homies over here at Honestly Smoked. But you had another lady, I want to say it was possibly selling jewelry, but it might
no, it was a Handy Woman Creation Sweet Treats, and she was doing cake pops and wonderful pretzels. Okay. Yeah, no, we wanted to tie in with local Richmond businesses too with this thing that we're creating. So, we were able to have something on screen that looks beautiful. To me it looks beautiful. These wonderful cake pops and this really dope jerky is kind of like the foreground of the shot, but also like the guests got to take something Richmond home to enjoy. Like they didn't get to come and talk about Richmond. They got to have a new experience, to taste some other business in Richmond, because that's kind of what we're trying to do, is facilitate like the energy just being passed around.
It was funny because I think Ant said something to the effect that he doesn't usually like snacking in the house.
Yeah.
But he had like all these snacks to take home with him.
Oh yeah, no. Ant was super happy throughout that interview. My man, I got a bunch of like bonus footage that nobody's gonna see in the episode of us just snacking at the table. Maybe it'll come out as an NFT at some point you could buy. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh Lord, NFT.
Yeah, we'll go like some B-roll footage that nobody's seen before.
Okay, I see you with the further vision.
Hey man, we're trying to wing it over here, trying to do something for Richmond.
You really are. Shout out to HearRVA. Definitely make sure you also check out too the year-end interview with Randy Wilson, like just reviewing albums. I was gonna ask you, might as well just of course we're about to go into some songs, but might as well ask you this before we go into the song break. What were some of your favorite projects just to drop this year?
Oh man,
last year.
People always put. This is me just pulling stuff off the top of my head. Illa Styles, Illiverse record was really, really cool, man. That one song, Chain Smoking for Dummies, I really like. DJ Harrison's album, Tales from the Old Dominion, is probably my favorite project. It's the one I've listened to the most. Tennis Shoe had a couple joints come out, 3 sides, but my favorite was 2021. That was a really good project.
Yeah, shout out May 9th. I think May 9th was on that joint?
Yes.
Was May 9th? Okay.
I mean, there's just, oh man, I listen to Richmond music all the time. Like, that's basically all I do is just go through and try to find stuff. And people are submitting music all the time. Like, if you go to HearRVA.com, there's a place where you can submit music so that we can know about it. We'll check it out, and not only are we doing like the liner notes interviews that are coming out, every once in a while, but we also have weekly interviews that are going on with our team member Jennifer, who's interviewing people on Instagram weekly and just talking to artists about how they create and what they do and trying to spread their reach to other people. And so like submitting music is a way that we come across it as well. But just trying to keep my ears open, man.
Word. Yo, we're about to talk more about HearRVA. Yo, might as well, while I have you here, let's see, we got 2 minutes left, because I've never asked you this in an interview, but yo, you were a WRIR DJ
Correct.
at one time. I don't think we ever brought that up in an interview. Just explain your time here at WRIR.
Man,
I totally fumbled our call letters just then, but
no,
it is what it is.
It's all good. It's WRIR 97.3 FM. You know what I mean? I remember how to do that.
Tell them, Elijah. Tell them.
So I had the 3 to 6 a.m. spot. I guess it was Sunday night into Monday morning for like 6 or 7 months back when I was in college, and it was a joint. It was me and my friend Jake. We hosted it. It was called Oh So Yes Radio, and we just, we would play a bunch of music that we liked. So we played Richmond stuff, but we played a lot of stuff like the Foreign Exchange and other kind of like jazzy funk influenced stuff. But we just talked about whatever we could think about and just had a blast for like 3 hours in the morning. So yeah, that was definitely a cool experience to be here. Every time I come back here, man, I look at the board and I'm like, yo, it's the same. And I look around at the CD wall and it brings back some cool memories. I really enjoyed my time here.
Yeah, for sure, yo. Anytime you wanna say maybe do a River City Limits or just
I'm around, man.
It's actually a good idea. Watch us cook this up like gumbo live on
right
air.
Here, on air.
Cook these ideas up.
I'm here, man.
Y'all getting it for free.
Look, I'm off on Wednesday, so you're clearly not even impeding on my schedule right now.
Word, yo. I really appreciate that. And yo, who knows what's gonna happen in the future with the cross collaborations too as well. That's a word. That's a couple words put together. Woo.
Cross collaborations.
That's a Scrabble. That's like a Scrabble game ender.
I think I'd call
there.
foul on that. If you put cross collaboration on a Scrabble board, I would call foul. I'd be like, that's 2 words, man.
Yeah,
I'd call foul. I don't mean to bust your word bubble right there, but if we're talking Scrabble, man, there are rules to Scrabble.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, you might be correct though. You might be correct.
It's okay.
Let's get into some Richmond hip hop. We're gonna start the show off with the homie Kaneda. Shout out to Kaneda. He had a joint that just dropped. Definitely real super positive vibes on this joint. This joint is called For You, produced by the late great Clef Dollars. Check it out here on Mid-Atlantic Jams WRIR 97.3 FM. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Yo, what's the word? DJ-Brice back in the building with the homie Elijah. Yes, that is you. That is you. Hold up, say something again for the people, just in case they didn't catch that last word.
He is I and I am him.
Slim with the tilted brim.
What's my name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Nice TV/radio edit.
Thank you.
That you did right there.
Thank you. You got to know where you're at.
For sure, yo. Even though, yeah. If you know, you know. Shout out Safe Harbor Hours. But what's going on with HearRVA in 2022? I've definitely seen y'all like make a lot of moves with like the liner notes. I seen y'all like evolve. Who give us a guest on who's next? Because of course you got the ant episode about the drop, which is pretty cool because I didn't even really know, like, just to hear some of his favorite albums, like his Mom's bought him that One in a Million.
Yeah.
And then I forget what the other. No, I don't want to spoil the interview.
Yeah, but it explains a lot. You know what I mean?
It really does.
It explains a lot about like where his musical taste is. Yeah. So we started the season with the incomparable DJ Harrison, who is amazing, recently Grammy nominated, so that was a great episode to start out with. Then we switched styles and went with Aaron Lunsford, who is an amazing vocalist but is in more of the Americana / funk pop with her band Aaron and the Wildfire. They're amazing. So that was a great second episode. And then we wanted to not only feature artists, but we featured people that are helping facilitate artists' careers and them connecting and growing what they do. So we featured Maggie Graff, who built Ignited, which is an online music community that helps people from Central Virginia, Charlottesville, Richmond. So that was the third episode. Then you mentioned Ant the Symbol. That one's coming out on the 11th of this month. Then we got Radio B, who is with RVA Rap Elite, which we're definitely going to talk about. And then after that, we got Sam Reed, and then we're sprinkling in. We got Sneeze, we got Doe Eyes, we got OZ, and
don't y'all got Pete?
We got Barry Pete. Yeah, that's another wonderful person who's helping like build the infrastructure to the music scene here in Richmond. So we got to give those people their flowers too. You especially, you as well.
Yo, thank you. I appreciate that. And another thing is, you don't I feel like each of us are knowledgeable in our different areas. I remember at the beginning of the year in review, you were like, Brice knows way more about Richmond hip hop than I do. That might not necessarily be so, because I feel like each of us have like our own pockets of information that we like give to like the game. Like somebody might drop their project in the HearRVA that I haven't heard before, and that joint is incredibly fire.
I think like if we're talking about being experts or whatever, like to me you are like the hip hop expert. Like nobody knows more than you about hip hop, but I think because like you're so focused and niche down, like you can miss just other stuff going on in other genres, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Whereas like my kind of thing is I'm more of like a catch-all, so I miss a lot of the details in each one of these genres sometimes, like where you'll know more about individual artists and all their body of work. I just may know about them generally, but I'll know about 50 other art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like it's different knowledge styles.
I can see that, and definitely thank you for the compliment too as
no
well.
Problem, man. We both have to work in tandem, because I need details from you and you need more reference points from me, so it's all good. Yeah,
there's a lot of I forget who's all in this next round of people or MCs in RVA Rap Elite. So I can't remember who. Can you remember
signed up?
Yeah, who signed up? Can you remember anybody right now? Because I mean, I don't have the list in front of me.
I can think of a couple names, but I don't want to leave anybody out by not mentioning them. But I know that there's like 16 or 17 MCs that have signed up, so there's maybe like 10 to 12 to 13 spots left. So if you have not signed up, that's something to think about doing. But yeah, like I'm going to be one of the GMs this year. You're going to be one of the GMs this year. We got Name Brand, who's a fantastic producer. Kane, an amazing rapper. Yeah. Who else is GMing this year?
I got it's going to be Cheats
movement,
hip hop. Shout out to hip hop.
Gigi Broadway.
Yeah, Gigi Broadway is gonna be there. And shout out to Noah.
Oh yeah, Noah.
I got some people who are about to sign up. Okay, so $sign YG, shout out to him.
Okay.
Let's see who else. I think
let me ask you a question. When did you start doing your research for this? Because like when all these 30 MCs get signed up, which they invariably will, so if you haven't, do that.
Yeah.
But when they get signed up, like how long are you putting in to your pre-draft process?
You'll definitely catch like the whole I feel like pace of it, because it's pretty much a lot of the MCs are like regulars in RVA Rap Elite. Mm-hmm. So you'll recognize, I feel like by like the 4th or 5th month, you'll start to recognize people like, oh, he really showed out at RVA Rap Elite a couple months ago. Oh, I like this verse at so and so. So I think it'll definitely catch on in like the 4th or 5th like RVA Rap Elite. I know like the first one, it might be like a little bit confusing, but I mean you can always like go on there, definitely IG. A lot of them do release music as well, and the music is like super fire too.
Yeah, there's a
shout
lot
out to Trig.
Yeah, for sure. there's a lot of them that I'm semi-familiar with just because I've been checking Rap Elite for a while. Like ever since they did the March Madness tournament last year.
Yeah.
Or in 2020, whatever year it is now. I don't know. But been watching them pretty heavy since that. So there's a lot of names that I have seen pop up regularly, and I've seen a couple at events that I know are performing in this next one. So I'm pretty familiar with a good handful of them, but I know that I need to dig in and find some. And I'm sure that I'm going to miss somebody that the first round has an amazing verse, and I'm like, dang, I didn't see that one coming. I need to dig in a little deeper. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. That'll be the first time we do this. It's us and 10 other GMs. We pick 3 MCs a piece. Yeah. And aggregate score wins. Man.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. I have like one of the lowest scores as a GM. So,
you know what I did? I saw that, and I didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah. You have nothing to worry about.
What was that? Like you didn't show up a week, or what happened? Like, how's your score so low?
You'll have this thing, but this is the one thing about RVA Rap Elite. There's sometimes a little thing called no shows. So you mess around, have all 3 of your MCs not show.
All
one
3
time.
of them?
Yeah, that happened to me. I want to say one time, like 2 of them didn't show up.
So so I read that in the email that Radio B sent out, that if somebody no shows,
you can bring somebody in.
You can have a fill-in spot, right? You can have a fill-in spot. Now, I feel like certain people, like Kane and myself and Noah and other people that have rapped, we have a competitive advantage. But I'm assuming that we are not allowed to compete in our own competition. Not that I would want to, but I'm just making sure that I know the rules correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. Yo, that's actually a good question.
Because if Kane pulls himself in, I feel like that's at a disadvantage to me because he's so you know what I mean? Like, he's going to kill that. So I feel like...
In that case, I would go by follow by example.
And
if Kane doesn't...
But then how does he judge his own verse, objectively? I think we have to draw a line. I just want to make sure that that's clear because I'm scared of these other MC GMs battling.
Yeah, it's all good. It'll definitely be like... It's always definitely cool. And I feel like we all know each other too.
I'm so excited, man.
It's a pretty like good GM lineup roster. Shout out to the last season's GM roster. That joint was fire too as well.
Man, I'm looking forward to being part of the drafts and being part of the events and just watching everybody kind of grow over a season. That's the cool part is like, I just like seeing somebody at the beginning of the year where you're like, oh, I think you got it. And then by the end of the year, you're like, yeah, nah, you got it.
Yeah. That's what happened last season with Mila Mansa. Like she got picked 3rd, I want to say the first time she did the Cypher. And like she just like pretty much rose up in rank. She won that and then just continued to win. Shout out to her too as well. I think she's gonna be stopping by next week. We'll definitely see. But yeah, she'll be in the house. She'll be in the house eventually. So
at some point, yeah.
At some point. But yo, let's go into Anthem sometimes here.
Episode 4 of Liner Notes guest Anthem coming out January 11th. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, HearRVA.com. It's everywhere, bro.
Hey, this man is extremely professionally trained. I wish I could get like the wheels just rolling when it comes to just what I mean is like you get like emails, like professional emails from HearRVA. Like these are like press releases. This is some like really it's super inspirational.
Thank you. When we come back from Anthem, who's an amazing artist, so I want to listen to that. I want to talk about how HearRVA looks like how it looks because it's not just me, man. There's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot of people that put into it, and I want to make sure that we give those people flowers too because they're also doing a lot for the Richmond music community as well.
Oh yeah, Anthem sometimes we'll be back in.
Oh, sometimes? That's my song.
Yeah, that is your song. That's correct.
Word. This is me rapping and singing.
This is you.
Sometimes I be feeling like a man floating out to sea. Sometimes I can't see the forest for the trees. And sometimes I be standing in a room full of people that I know. Not sure anyone sees me. And how can I be reached by those that's trying to help me? when I ain't reaching out myself? Am I the one that's making bad decisions on the daily? Well, maybe, but I like to blame someone else. Sometimes it's like we handed you some, baby. And sometimes you gotta accept how it is. And sometimes I'm feeling like we about to go crazy. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. Look. Sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad, and when it's uneven, if I'm breathing, I grab the pad and pen, I get to writing. And whether or not it's lightning, my spirits get lifted and the burdens they lighten. I'm citing my own observations, relaying my findings. So every step I make, I leave a trail of words behind me. And when I look up, I know exactly how I got here. Not the women, the weed, anxiety, or a light beer had placed me quite near enough to my own center. So when my head is spinning, I breathe in and remember that every vibe I receive, man, it is me that's a sender. So in my house, I remove my muddy shoes before I enter. It seems so simple, and maybe that's why it works. Sometimes you can't believe it, look, until you try it first. The way I see it, I could ride in a vibe rehearsal, sit quietly, acknowledging, man, that it could be worse. Sometimes it's like we handed you some, baby. And sometimes you gotta accept how it is. Sometimes you just gotta take. Sometimes I'm feeling like we about to go crazy. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. Some days you're the matador, some days you're the bull. Some days you the bull. Some days your stomach screaming at you cause it's empty. Sometimes it's full. Hey, yeah. I know you want the world to change, and baby, yeah, I want it to. I really want it, but really. I really want it, really. Sometimes this'll do. Hey, yeah. And sometimes it's like we handed you some, baby. And sometimes you gotta accept how it is. And sometimes I'm feeling like we about to go crazy. Sometimes it works out fine. Look.
Yo, we're back on Mid-Atlantic Jams. Another week, another episode here, 97.3 FM. Got the homie. Yo, I remember I seen you in a pic like a long time ago. It was at like a Halloween party.
Okay.
I'm in that joint. It's still, I think it's still on Facebook.
Yo, did it just pop up like the other day? It was like 14 years ago.
Yeah,
it was me and you at a party.
Yeah, and I had like a North Face on, and I think it might have been like a Halloween party. Yeah. But I had no Halloween. The only Halloween.
Yeah, you were like in a black jacket, and I had like a brown joint on with a brown hat.
Yeah.
We were super young.
Yeah, we definitely
young.
were super young. But yo, we're talking about before the break some of the people who are also behind the scenes at HearRVA. Why don't you go ahead and just shout them out? Do a HearRVA roll call.
Roll call. Yeah. So you were talking about why everything looks the way that it does, and getting like emails that look very professional and stuff. I don't have anything to do with that, bro. That is Ryan, who is our co-owner, president, art director. You know, you have 50 million names, but she's the one who creates what HearRVA looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic of it, the colors, the website, all that was built. All the logos, all of it was built by her. So she gives it, you know, just this element that like I couldn't bring to it. Like I have excitement for music, but she made it something where it's like I want to put that on my hat and wear it. Like it just looks really dope and professional, and gives us a nice foot in the door when we walk in somewhere. Yeah, so that's amazing. Also, I wanted to shout out Jennifer J-Cat, who just hit me up. I knew her in a past life, in a past professional life, but hit me up recently and was like, yo, I really like what you're doing. I want to do something like this. And now she's doing weekly interviews on our Instagram Live, on HearRVA's Instagram Live, talking to artists and just connecting with them and having fun and really helping spread their message. So, you know, shout outs to her. She's been with us for a couple months now, just really making an impact. I mean, there's so many others.
Shout out to Justin. Hall of Justice rules, Bryce. Hall of Justice rules. Shout out to Gordy. Shout out to Gordy Michael.
Yeah, Gordy Michael, who has you know, if you listen to any one of the YouTube videos that we've got up, you know, we put up like 65 or 70 videos last year. Like, he's got music in almost all of them because he makes such like cool, smooth music that I've used as like bed music for videos. But he was also the audio engineer for Liner Notes, so he sat there for all 10, 11 interviews.
Shout out to that whole crew. Should big up the crew too.
Bro, so Ian Rampershad, who's a video editor, videographer, he's Ian's helping us edit J-Chats on a weekly basis. You know, doing that. He helped us design the set of Liner Notes. We talk about Sonic or Alex with Golden Bean Media. He helped us design the set and film a lot of those episodes. We had, you know, Jess, who's helped us put together like our different events and tabling events that we do and set up and go talk to other different businesses and make connections. Like, yo, there's so many people putting their hands in all these projects. It's 100% not me, and I never want it to seem like that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it without those people, and we need more people, honestly, like more people to put in, whether it be with us or doing their own thing like you're doing or Randy Wilson's doing or Rap Elite, but putting fingers back into the soil and seeds down in there, man, so that what comes out of that is better music, more music everywhere, and better fans to support that music, you know?
Yo, you talked about seeds and growing. My mind went a totally different place now since it's legalized.
No, you need to grow those too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like, yo, yeah, hell yeah, you're absolutely right, yo. You're absolutely right. We run normal ads. Come on, yo, you're at home.
Yeah, man. Look, I just figure like we all have a certain amount of energy, right? And most of us pour that energy into a job that pays us for money, but we end up being sucked of the energy that we do have when we leave that job.
Exactly.
And you get sucked of your money because you're just buying crap that you don't need. So here's my suggestion.
And paying mortgage too.
Well, no, you gotta pay mortgage. You gotta have a place to live. But here's my suggestion, right? Is that if we all start being a little more conscious with what we're doing with our dollars, you know, if we all start being a little more conscious of where we're putting our attention, then these things we wonder why the music scene isn't amazing, even though the art is, right? Well, who's putting into the music scene itself? Who's putting into the infrastructure? Like, somebody has to do it. And so I think it's time, and people have been doing it. I'm not inventing the wheel here, but like, I'm ready to put my hands in the dirt and join the fight. And I think if we all do that, man, the dollars stay within the community, people, that wealth circulates. Like, there's only good things can come from us supporting each other and us helping each other and building and creating something special here.
Yeah.
I got a little lost there for a minute.
No, it's totally fine. I'm definitely feeling just like inspired too as well. Definitely thank you for stopping by. And
thank you for having me, Bryce. I really appreciate it.
Yo, anytime, dude. Just shout out, let people know, of course, HearRVA Instagram. You got the YouTube page too as well.
If you search HearRVA content anywhere, you'll be able to come up with something. It's on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. HearRVA, like listening here, not like I'm currently in this spot here.
Yeah.
But HearRVA. And we have HearRVA.com, which is, you know, the best source to get everything, because we've got all the different blog posts, all the videos are posted. There's even, we didn't even talk about it. There's a way that if you don't know Richmond music, but you're trying to experience it, we have a playlist quiz for you. You go on and answer 6 questions about, like, what's your favorite dessert? What
I filled
color
it out.
shirt
I
are you
liked
going to
it.
wear tomorrow? Yeah. And it gives you a Richmond music playlist that fits your vibe of 20 different artists, at least 20 different artists and different genres for you to kind of sample the soundtrack of the city. So go to HearRVA.com. If you haven't, check out the playlist quiz, experience some Richmond music, find something that you like, tell us about it, tell us something that we don't know about, because, you know, we're just trying to keep growing, and the only way we do that is by other people helping and providing their knowledge to our knowledge, you know.
Word, yo. Shout outs to y'all. Who knows? Like you said, there's definitely about to be some cross collaboration in 2022 between us. So, yo, let's
have a business meeting sometime.
Yes, for sure. Let's have a business meeting, man. Let's have a business meeting, man.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, yo. Mid-Atlantic Jams. We'll be back in a little bit. Let's go into a music break. It's 1:48, so we got a little bit of time left. We got an hour and 12 minutes. Shout out to DJ Mike Medic, Middle East Coast Mecca, coming up at 3 o'clock. Let's get into some new Nat Digga. This joint is called Fan Bop, off of his project with Wapid. I think that's how you pronounce it.
It's all, hey, I don't know how to pronounce half of these names, but I like it.
I do too.
Wapid.
Yeah, shout out to Nat Digga. I think he might be stopping through next week.
Sound Genesius.
Yes, yo. Yeah, yo, I forget so many
Yo,
aliases.
you gotta get people's Instagram names, then their rap names, and then their real names, and I get lost all the time.
Yeah, because I forgot the Sound Genius, Sound Genesis. That tape that he had with DJ Harrison was definitely a thing. Still is a thing. I used to see it in Steady Sounds.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tight. I never like scooped that joint because the joint is definitely, I feel like, kind of a little bit of a rarity now.
Yeah, now we got to go beat somebody up to get their copy.
Yeah, or go to Discogs or something like that.
Nah, I'm just
yeah.
going to beat somebody up. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Thug life over here.
Or at least like we can't say beat somebody up, but challenge them to like a boxing match or a
or a
wrestling match.
Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Your deck versus mine.
Or y'all can battle with Def Jam Fight for New York
Okay.
on PS2.
That's cool. I get DMX.
Or I'll get Method Man.
Okay. Sounds like a solid battle.